guys, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you tuning in once again. So we got my group build finished for the 50s and 60s on Steelies, hosted by JT over at I Need My Garage Time. So JT, appreciate you hosting this group build. Great idea for it. I thought that was really awesome. So we got it finished. I worked diligently on it all day today because today's a deadline. I wouldn't be that guy and just not get it done. So yeah, so that's where we ended up. So I think it turned out pretty cool. So it was a little different than what I thought it was going to be in my head, but you know, that's how it always goes. So other than that, we added some wheels and tires on it and made it look kind of cool because I didn't really have any Steelies here that fit it. So we went and 3D printed some new wheels for it, and that worked out pretty good. So that worked out really well. So this was painted with the Swallowtail airbrush. If you guys didn't see that on earlier videos, so man, that thing, it laid out really nice. So there's a couple spots I wet sanded just where little dirt spots were, so I didn't do the whole car because I just didn't feel the need to. So it's just a lot of, I didn't need to do it. The only thing I should have done, I should have polished the front window because I had an issue with the back window, but I didn't do it. So it was a little smudger because these older AMT kits, the glass isn't in a bag. This kit was sealed. So, you know, of course, it's just rolling around in there and just, you know, getting marked up and everything else. So this glass wasn't in a bag. I don't think it was. I can't. You know what? To be honest with you, I don't remember if it was or not. But either way, it's got a little mark in it. So maybe it's in a bag. I don't know. But anyways, we got it finished up. So we'll take you over to the bench and we'll do some finalization on it and show you a few processing the, you know, steps along the way. And we're going to go from there. So yeah, let's go bench side and let's wrap this thing up. All right, guys, so we're getting some major work done here. So it is cold outside. It is Saturday, March 1st. I think it's like 16 out. And this project is due today. So the way I look at it, I have till midnight tonight to finish it. But that doesn't include things that I probably have to do today. The wife wants to go somewhere or whatever. So that's kind of where we're at. So here's where we're at so far. Engine, it's in there, and I didn't do nothing special underneath. It just looks like the bottom of a regular car. So nothing crazy, nothing magical, just a basic builder. Got to do a little touch-up work here and there. I left the steering still kind of posable. I didn't hook the tie rods up. I might take and leave the wheels turned in a certain way, and then just glue them in place just to give it a different look. I'm not sure yet. But other than that, we're starting on some bare metal foil on the body. So I did go through and wet sand a couple spots. I didn't wet sand the whole car. I didn't want to go through that because A, I don't have the time, and B, I don't have the time. So, and it didn't need it. There's no reason. I mean, this cord, there's nothing wrong with that. That is like just smooth as glass. This fender was good. I have a spot right there. There's still just a little spot. I mean, you got to look at it just right to see it. So if you guys see this at model shows, you can look at that and say, hey, there's a spot right there. No, you can call it out, but don't. You know. Anyways, so it's right on a body line. There's a crease right there, and I thought, you know, I know what's going to happen. I'm going to sand that. I can probably get it out of there, but then when you polish it, because, you know, when you're polishing, you're still taking material off. So it's not as bad as it was. I had a little spot here in the trunk right here. That is gone. And then I had one up here on this fender, so that's gone. Other than that, I didn't do nothing else to the car. I didn't want to go through, and there's no reason to polish something that doesn't need to be polished, you know what I mean? So it has, the roof has a little bit in the trunk, just a little bit of, I didn't go too crazy in the trunk, but just that little bit of, not quite orange peely, but just, you know, kind of fresh out of the gun. That did lay pretty good. That gallery did spray that really, really nice. But I'm going to leave it because it looks really good. And I like that wet look. You know how this has that, like, I don't know, that, to me it's like the wet look. It has that. So I think once I throw a coat of wax or something on it, it'd be like, ooh, that looks really nice. But you can see I got a little bit of compound in here. I got to clean that out yet. Other than that, like I say, I didn't get up into here. Didn't do the door. Nothing got done except for those spots. So we're going to leave it. So in that, we're going to get this bare metal foiled. I had to go in and get me some steel wheels for it. JT said we could use the wheels that come with it. But you know, I'm going to keep true to the group build and try to do Steelies. I got to find some because I don't know why I kept thinking this kit had some, but it doesn't. It's got actual wheels in it, so I'm going to do is probably go and find me a 3D file, print some off, and do that. Or scavenge some kit I got here to make it quick and just print some off. I'm not sure. So we'll find something. We'll make it work. But other than that, we're going to get the rest of this 3D, I'm talking about 3D printing. Get this foiled, and I'll bring you guys back and show you how we ended up with it. So I still got some grill detail to do. I got to get this painted in yet, and I got the rear bumper. I need to do a little bit of work in here too, because I thought about painting that black in there because it has Cyclone in chrome letters, and I thought they'd be really cool to paint that and then highlight the, you know, wipe the black off. That may happen, so I'm not sure yet. I got to figure out what kind of black I want to put in here. Molitor works okay, but I want this more black with just the fin showing, because it's got a nice deep, so it'll be easy to work with. So other than that, that's kind of where we're at. Just getting the bare metal foil done is going to be the biggest project at this point. Alright guys, I'm going to get this done, and I'll bring you guys back, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, so we got the bumpers done. So what I did is I put some black inside here, so you can see the Cyclone. That's worked out pretty good. And I used the Mr. Hobby Black Primer. So I still am unable to find this where I, you know, normally buy stuff, but thanks to Mr. Tony Lancer, he gave me a bottle, and I told, well, when I get one, we'll swap it out. So this is the grill. I think that turned out pretty sharp as well. So same thing, put the primer in there, and then took a Q-tip with some thinner, wiped that off, and then the front bumper, that is also taken care of. So that's all done and ready to go on. So at this point, the bare metal foil is all done. So we got that ready to roll. So I think that turned out pretty cool. So other than that, we are good to go. So what I like to do with these, like the little quarter windows, I'll just take and paint that with just some tester silver. So I'll mask that off so it gives me a nice straight line. And just put one piece of mask tape, and I just kind of hope for the best on the side here. And I'll just paint that, because usually these weren't really, they were stainless, but it almost seemed like they were different than the regular window. So given that little bit of difference, I think that looks kind of cool anyway. So other than that, this is all done. I got to put these little emblems in here, but the problem is with the kit, if you look at the chrome tree, which I will show you because obviously you can't just look at it, here's your pieces that go here. This piece and this piece, that goes on that fender, and there's supposed to be a GT emblem in there, but they don't give you no decals, so basically it's just a chrome nub once you put it on there. So it's kind of generic looking. Other than that, I got these tires here, and I've been trying to decide on what tire do I want to put on here to make it look good. So I'm thinking about these Race Masters, because they are pad printed, and I have a set of these pad printed Goodyears for the front. So I thought, you know what, that looked pretty cool. So I mocked up the body, and they'll sit nicely in there about like that. They'll be tucked in, so I thought that looked pretty sharp. And the fronts, they'll be just in about normal, so that looked pretty good. But at this point, I have to go in and get some wheels. I've been digging through my kits, find some Steelies. These are the factory wheels, and I thought, you know, maybe I could just paint them because they almost look like a steel wheel, but they just, I don't know, they don't look that good, especially inside the wheel. They don't look that good at all. I'm not impressed with them. Even if they're painted black, I don't think they look good. So I'd like to try to find more of a deep dish rim. I really like these. I like these tires, but they're just a little too thick for what we need. So we're ready to assemble. Did a dry run, and everything fits good. So we should be good to go. Alright guys, well, I didn't have any wheels. I'm digging around, so I just went in the house and pulled up a file for a couple bucks, and I printed off some. So those will look pretty nice. So we're going to get these painted up, and those should look pretty good on these wheels. Oh yeah, those look nice. Those look pretty good. So we'll get those painted up, and I think we're just going to do black. I think that'll look alright. Flat black wheel. Maybe even gloss black. Not sure yet. We'll get it figured out, but we'll get these all cleaned up and ready to go, and I'll throw a coat of paint on them and make it happen. I was going to paint the windows, but I don't have enough stuff. And I was going to do it in the blue, but I don't think it looked as good. So we're just going to leave that go. We're not going to tint windows this time. Maybe next time. So, all right, we'll get these together and we'll come back. All right, guys, so we're getting this about wrapped up. So I got pretty much the hood left. And then we'll show you a final reveal, but I'll show you how I'm painting this. So I'm taping these off, but I want this to show in the front, like at the edge of the scoop where it kind of starts. Because these cars originally had fiberglass hoods on them. So what I'm doing, just kind of showing you a little rundown. So I took a piece of the wide tape, cut the end of it off, and I'm putting it in here, just ever so carefully, overlapping it obviously. Now I'm burnishing that down with a Q-tip. Got it right this time. You know, best I can. Kind of burnish it in there really good. Both sides. And then we're going to take it and cut it. So basically cut it just like you do in a piece of foil. So we're going to run along the side here. So I know there's the edge of that scoop right there. Gonna run it up about there. Same thing here. About like that. I'm just gonna cut this over. Same this side. See, it's kind of sketchy cutting this little piece here because it's almost like cutting it blind. Like you're like, and then we're gonna remove this piece here that you cut. Maybe. And push that back down. Let's get here. So this didn't cut all the way through here, but that's all right. We'll give it another little snip. Something like that. Hopefully they look somewhat equal to each other. So there we have it. That's how we're doing it. I can see they're not 100%, but that's okay. You get the gist of it. So I'm going to wipe that up, get it cleaned up, ready for paint. And I got to put a piece here. So when you're doing these, that would have sucked. I could put a pinstripe down it. Nah, we're not going to. So when you're doing these, I like to start with the small tape. Because if I don't have this line here in the middle, like we're pinstriping it basically, like it, almost even, then that tells me I'm off somewhere along here, because these are raised and they come on down flat. So it's kind of a little harder to get them 100%. Pinstripe might look good down the center, but we're not going to do that because it'd have to follow the rest of the car, and I'm not going to do that. I don't have time to, so. Because this is due today, so I'm trying to get it wrapped up. The car's done. Just got to do the hood here, and we should be good. So, and there we have it. So I'm going to take this. So what I'm going to paint this with is my Mr. Hobby Surfacer Primer. We're going to paint with the 1500 Surfacer Black. This is, heck, I don't know. Looks like T105-0014. I love this stuff because it's awesome. It's just awesome stuff. All right, we're going to get this cleaned up, wiped down, ready to roll, and we're going to do this. We'll come back and we'll untape it. We'll see how we did. And I can see there's a little spot right there. It might look a little goofy, but I don't know. I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be okay. So before I get going here, I'm going to burnish this down one more time. One more time. Because I don't want no bleed under, because that would suck. So I'm burnishing this now before I wipe it down, because obviously I need to hang on to it while I burnish it. All right, so we're going to wipe that off, and we'll get it painted. I'll show you guys when we're done. All right, guys, so we got this hood painted. Not overly happy with it. I got a big blemish there, and I thought, cool, we're good to go. And I went to... so I sanded it and repainted it, and I got another one in there. I thought, oh, man. So I don't want to keep going because I'm afraid what I'm going to get right now, because I don't want it to be too thick. So here's hoping it's not overly thick and we didn't get a bleed through. Oh, that looks good. Oh, that's thick. Thick, 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 thick. Looking good though. Hopefully that's the other tape there. I threw it in the Susie Bake oven for a few minutes to calm it down. Maybe the coolness you won't recognize it, you know, because the rest of it just looks so cool you won't even pay attention to that spot. Survey says, here we go. Ooh, that looks cool. Okay. I still see that spot, but it still looks okay. Let's see here. No bleed through. Beautiful. Here's my last test here. And we're good. I'll tell you what, I was putting the paint on there and I thought, oh no, that's going to be so thick it's going to bleed under. But I know sometimes you put that first coat on. Okay, that looks pretty cool. I like that. That's cool. Okay, we got that blemish in there. It is what it is. Okay, I get this cleaned up, get the car cleaned up, and we'll do a final on it and show you guys my final build on the Steelies Group build here. Please hold. Alright guys, there we have it. There's my build for the 50s and 60s group build, and I think it turned out pretty cool. Nice color, I like it, it's different. So there we have it. Like I say, this is the AMT 1967 Mercury Comet Cyclone GT. So we did this in the Chrysler Burnt Orange, and got some 3D printed wheels on there. Not sure where the tires come from. A little mismatch here and there, but all in all, I think it turned out pretty nice. Not much detailing under the hood, nothing like that, but that's where we're at. So I think that turned out pretty nice. So we'll give a little shot over the hood here. As it comes around. So the hood turned out pretty cool. Of course, just as I'm bringing it over here, the hood slides off, falls on the floor, and I thought, are you kidding me? Where does it land? You know, hood facing down. I thought, oh my god, why? But that's the way things go for me. So we didn't put that rear window in there. I thought it looked pretty cool without it, so we're good with that. And like I say, we detailed that back. I think that looks pretty sharp. So you can see the Comet on the back there. That's pretty cool. So we can keep this in focus here. And once that grill comes around, I think that turned out really sharp looking. That's really cool looking. With our painted hood scoops. I'm new with this camera, guys, so give me a sec. Still figuring it out. Just got it the other night. So yeah. So I thought it'd be better to put it something without on the tripod, just so you get a little better look at it. So there we have it, guys. That is my build for the 50s, 60s on Steelies. And I had a lot of fun with this kit. It's actually a really nice kit. I had a few things that hindered me. Kind of your typical stuff, I guess. But other than that, I have to tell you a story sometime about that rear window. I had it in there. It actually turned out okay. And I don't know why I thought, you know what, I'm going to put just a little tack of CA in there because it was not staying. I put white glue in it. Did not want to stay. I mean, it did not want to stay. So I thought, no big deal. And I put a little bit of Bob Smith in there, some accelerator. Cool, cool. Cured it right up nice. I thought, hey, we're good to go. And I thought, oh, it's got some fingerprints there from where it's holding it. So I thought, I'll take the towel and wipe it off. And it's been a minute. And what do you know? The accelerator wasn't 100% dry, and it smeared CA all across the back window after I had it glued in. I thought, you gotta be kidding me. So wet sand, wet sand, wet sand, polish, 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 and there we have it. So I was pretty impressed with that. I was surprised it turned out like it did. So, but other than that, guys, I think it turned out pretty cool. I like the wheels and tires on it. Like I said, just some file I found online. See, you got a piece of hair there from cleaning it. The chrome on the back bumper is a little funky. It's not really that good at chrome, but it's okay. But I do like it in that color. I think it's pretty sharp. So JT, I appreciate you putting on the build, my friend, and the group build. And yeah, it was fun. So I cranked on all day today, try to finish it up because I didn't want to be that guy, you know, and finish it, you know, a month from now. So I wanted to get her in time. So there we have it, guys. So once again, I appreciate you guys tuning in the channel, checking it out, and we will see you guys on the next build. You guys have a good one, and thanks for watching.